chop all summer long. So now we're chopping it. And Helene kind of blew it down. And we might have had a light frost. So it looks a little less than lively right now. That is a minor detail. The leaves may be brown, but they're still green in the stalks. And there's so much sugar in there, the cows won't care. Oh hey, also, nice wagon. We bought this from the neighbor. He decided to sell his wagons and we bought the single axle one. So now we've got a nice advertisement for New Holland here. New Holland Shopper New Holland wagon that's 2.5 decades newer or more. Internal processor seems to be doing okay. We know there's not a whole lot of actual grain in this. The radiator screen is well plugged. We had to do a little bit of maintenance. Like this is, I bought this back in May because the other one ate itself. And well, this one has a kernel processor. At some point we'll see the other side and all those extra bells. But we have the direct cut head on because it's leaning and we have some grass in it, so we might as well get it all. And I actually think there's less moving parts using the direct cut rather than the row units. And there's no point in letting the sweet corn go to waste. The cows absolutely love it. All that sugar. The kernels on the corn are not very juicy anymore, but it doesn't matter. Now somebody's going to notice, other than the volume going up and down, that the reel speed kind of varies. I don't know if we're slipping the clutch on it that bad, or if it has some sort of torque limiter in the drive there, that if it, you know, it keeps it from feeding too fast. But if we're slipping the clutch, that's not good. Have to check that between loads. We're almost full. There's plenty more chopping to go. This is the first load. See how many videos I make or how long this video is. We gotta unload, and I think we may have some fun with unloading. Maybe we'll use a properly big tractor for once. Second load of the day. First day out. Trying to get through all those first time jitters when we're learning how things will work, having not used the direct cut before for a sweet corn like this. Remember a few years ago we chopped that wheat. The controls on this one are mostly like the other one. And it's actually nice that the reverser works, but we haven't had a reason to actually reverse. However, the lever does do something more than just look pretty. So we can turn the blades on and then turn the head on separately like it's designed. Where apparently when we fixed the 1890 years ago, well, we got the gearbox so everything worked forward direction only. And it's a bit hard to see from the cab, the cut height. And it goes down much quicker than up. We don't want to run it quite on the ground. Just have it up a little bit to make sure it stays floating. Now we're going to see the ugliness out here. The Kentucky Wonder forage, Johnson grass, that grew up in the sweet corn after we picked it. But okay, if it works for the cows south of the river, I guess it'll work for ours too. It's got to ensile it. I doubt we'll have nitrate problems. Everybody worries and worries about that. But I think with the ensiling process, and we didn't have a killing frost, and while we've been dry, it's not super dry. I think we'll be okay. The sun really is not on our side. So we'll have to wait till we turn the corner. Okay, well now the sunshine is a bit more on our side. We can still see how ugly the Johnson grass is there. I mean, this is better than a row independent head for this. Like, I'd like a, now, that was a terrible throw. Like, there's some old, like 2-drum rotaries out there that'll fit this. And that's great for corn, but I don't think they do very well in the grass. So this machine was made about the same time as the 1890. They were both made a roughly 1975 time frame, except now we have a 6-cylinder cat instead of the V8. I gotta check the number. I think it's a 3306. I think. So Helene really did a number on the sweet corn. We got 2 inches of rain, but I guess there was that much wind that they were just kind of bending over. Granted, sweet corn is probably not bred for stock strength or anything more than just sugar in the corn. And this stuff was suffering from drought and not doing very well anyways. There's not much for ears on this stuff. On this side of the patch, we didn't pick it. Granted, some of this stuff has been picked since July 10th, and it's been less than green for a little while. You can see how well it's picking it up. I mean, we can't put it directly on the ground, because sometimes it'll start picking up dirt, and we don't want that. But it would shave it off on the ground if you wanted it to. Might be better for grass hay or something. But since this is tilled land, we don't want to quite have it riding in the dirt. So we debated and debated which way was going to be better. It's not quite as smooth going across the rows. It's because of tire tracks and things in the corn. But here it's all leaning into the head. At least for the moment, we're trying to just make some space to work out here. Dan started out going with the rows. But I thought we'd do a better job picking it up if we could go and drive into it. And it's doing pretty good. I mean, we already picked most of this and sold the corn. So now we're getting a secondary use out of what's left. So if we don't get it all, it's not the worst thing. And if we didn't pick the patch, you know, because there was a couple patches that didn't really mature very well, we're at least still getting some use. It may not be the perfect use, but it's better than an absolute zero. Okay, we can't miss this opportunity. It's not too often that we're going to get to see this side of the machine. So we'll throw this in this video too. But I feel like making a more in-depth, up-close, see all the moving parts video, and a lot less of me yik-yakking.